I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years, literally like hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him, like, you know, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like this is a good guy. And then when I sent bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. Then he unblocked me and said, what's up, this is random. I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He said, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people can talk again. My bad. He was like, I have a wife and kids now.
She reached out to the nice guy she rejected 8 years ago, and then this happened. I'm still a little bit sick, but I wanted to make a video for you guys, so be sure to like, subscribe, path of progress. Let's get into it. And you guys, real quick, if you could just do me a favor and go check out the second channel. It's less than a week old, and we're trying to get it monetized. The channel is called GriffinMind Clips. But dude, just look at all the content over here. We're killing it so far. I'll leave a link in the top of the description and in the pinned comment, so be sure to check that out. But let's get back into the video.
I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years, literally like hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him, like, you know, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like this is a good guy. Yeah, no, this is what went down. First I messaged him, hey stranger. He said, sorry, who's this? I said, Leah Bars. And then when I said, well, I said Leah, haha, and then I said bars. And then when I sent bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. I went to his Venmo and I sent him $1 and I said, did you block me? And then he unblocked me and said, what's up, this is random. I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He's like, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people can talk again. My bad. He's like, I have a wife and kids now. Plot twist, my bad. He said, think you're a weirdo. I said, right back at you. And then the conversation just ended, and honestly woke up mortified. So please stitch this with any other stories that you have that are similar or worse than this, so it makes me feel better about my decisions. Thank you.
So this right here is the perfect example of the epiphany stage. What is the epiphany stage? The epiphany stage is a little bit similar to the wall, okay? It's basically when women realize that their biological clock is ticking. Their time clock is running out, and they need to find a guy to settle down with and give them children. So what does she do? She starts recounting all of her past experiences in her head. All of them, okay? And she's wondering, I wonder how Chad is doing. How's Brad doing? Oh yeah, and those frat guys in college, how are they doing? And then obviously she starts to hit some of them up. I'm sure this is not the only guy that she texted as well. She probably texted a few different guys just to see where they're at in life, to see if they could potentially reconnect. But nah, bro, those alpha chads, they moved on. They've started families, literally. And it's such a funny response too, just saying, you're weird. I don't want to talk to you. And I can basically guarantee you, she is around this 28 to 31 mark. Right there. Read some comments. You rejected me in your prime, now I won't accept you on your decline. Exactly. You play hard to get, you become hard to want. Yeah. That is so true. Now she will try and ruin what he has built up after those 8 years. You know, there's always potential for something like that. You know, the thing is, I'm really not saying that you shouldn't date these women, but bro, you need to realize where they are at in life. When some of these women realize that their time is running out, they might move a little bit sketchy. Okay? They might move a little bit suspicious. They might try and lock you down in some nefarious ways. Or she'll say, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm on birth control. So again, I'm not saying not to date them, but dude, just be careful and understand where they are at in life.
I was 24. I was with a really nice guy. He was a really nice guy, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want a really nice guy when I was 24, right? And so I ended things. I went back on the scene. I mean, things worked out. I got married, I got a baby. But relatively speaking, if things didn't work out, and I said to myself, you know what? I do want a nice guy. I do want someone who's stable. I do want someone who's loving. Now that I'm older, I'm more reflective. I could say I've now changed my mind and I want to reconsider this. Now, whether or not he wants to give me a second chance, I would say he'd be dumb for doing so. But for me to go back, because I was the one who left, he was a good person. Honest. What I wanted has now changed.
Well, what if he wanted change too?
And now he don't want me?
Yeah.
I mean,
it don't be happening.
Sometimes you come to the realization that what that person was is exactly what you needed. And that's why you do need to go back. Again, whether or not they want to give you a chance is up to them.
Yeah, of course, bro. That's the epiphany phase. And it's kind of weird because she's speaking like she's single, but at the same time, she's married and has a kid. So I don't know exactly what's going on there, but this is what happens, man. When women get older, they get into that epiphany stage. They realize, wow, that good and nice guy back in my early 20s, you know, when I was getting pumped and dumped by all of those chads, but he was just constantly giving me so much emotional support. He was such a good guy. I really think he was actually the one for me. So now, after I've run up my notch count, now I want to settle down with him. And we're going to see it more and more and more and more. This is going to be the story for millions of women, bro. Millions of them.
Whoever said men love when women shoot their shot is a damn lie. Because I slid into some men's DMs and I let him know he was handsome. And I told him, like, you know, you're handsome and I might just let you take me to lunch. and he gonna leave me on red.
I bet the he did leave you on red. It ain't no way y'all don't be thinking before y'all say shit, G. You really DM that man that said that shit and you expected a response? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I wish a woman would, gang. If a woman ever DM me and say, hey, you handsome, I just might let you spend your money on me.
It is just the arrogance, bro. That's it.
Previously, my relationships, like, they just stepped up more financially. Especially since he's, like, 23. I expected him to, like, just buy me more stuff.
But you guys were only together for a month, so what were your expectations in terms of what he should have been buying you?
I sent him a picture of the Chanel bag that I wanted, and he didn't, like, buy me it. I feel like if a girl is sending you something, like, oh, this bag is so cute, like, why is it not at the front of my doorstep the next day?
He's 23, bro.
Yeah.
How much do you think he spent on you total?
I don't know. We went on a date like at least once a week. 200 per date?
Did you guys hook up?
No.
If she wanted that, then it's okay to ask for it.
It's okay for her to ask for a $2,000 bag?
I mean, yeah, I think it's okay. You know, there's a guy out there that will actually give it to you if he really likes you.
Right? If I'm dating you, like, you know, I feel like you should understand me, you know? You know I want that back.
That sounds more like a sugar daddy than a boyfriend.
No,
yeah, it really does. And it's really hypocritical that you didn't even, like, care to know what job he had, but you want his money.
I don't want his money. I just feel like it's expected.
You want a guy to spend $2,000 on you within the first month. You got to bump way up the age you're willing to date. I'm talking 40 plus. Unless he's a major simp, nobody under 40 is spending $2,000 on a girl they just met.
Okay.
Bro, this is the TikTok brain trauma right here. She's saying, no, I don't even want his money. I just want him to spend money on me. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, the thing is, with so many of these modern chicks, there is genuinely zero difference between them and a pay-to-play woman. Like, genuinely, someone in the comments explain to me, what's the difference between the two? Bro, it's like you can almost make the argument to do pay-to-play instead, because at least she doesn't give you a headache and she'll leave the next day. But these chicks, man, they are not looking for a relationship. They're not looking for commitment. They're not looking for anything serious. They are explicitly looking for a wallet. And that's it. Man, I'm just gonna tell you over and over, get out of the West. Get out, bro. You don't have to deal with this shit. You go somewhere more traditional and you find girls that are actually just, they want to go on a date. They want to get to know a guy, settle down, start a family. They're not so hyper fixated on the money. Unless you go to like Ukraine or Russia. I've heard they have a lot of gold diggers over there. Anyway, bro, let's keep going.
He tells you you can't go to the club without him. Will you listen to him?
Fuck no. I'm not going for men. I'm going for myself. And because I love dancing too.
If a man came and he grinded on you in the club, how would he feel?
Is it with my consent?
I mean, would you consent?
If I want to consent, that's different. But if I don't want to consent, that's gonna be different too.
Would you?
If I actually say yes, you can grab my ass. Yes, you can grab my ass.
What the fuck? And then he wouldn't.
He'll say, yeah, he'll say whatever you want to.
He'll say he'll be okay.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be my body.
I'm not sure.
He's not sure.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you trust her?
Yeah.
You have to think about that, man.
Yeah, I trust in her.
That is fucking humiliating, bro. Can you imagine your chick talks this way? Imagine taking a woman like this seriously. Imagine considering a woman like this like wife quality and you want to put a baby in that. How a woman acts is a direct reflection of a man's frame. Completely. If she's out there dancing, letting random guys grab her, she's talking like a 304, you just know this dude's a beta. Beta Bob. There are no masculine dudes that put up with behavior like that.
Talking to multiple people at once is really weird because you'll have one guy that barely acknowledges you and barely even says good morning, and then you'll have another one that asks you for photo updates of the garden that you're growing. Take a guess as to which one you like more.
If we were to get together, what would you expect me to pay for in the relationship?
Going out to eat, and then just like little things. And eventually, if we're going to live together and all that, I'd expect you to take on more responsibility.
I'm covering rent, light, internet, groceries, your hair, nails, makeup, lashes, lipstick, shoes, clothes, everything?
Yeah, why not? Can you do it?
Of course, but why should I?
Because you're a man.
So because I'm a man, I'm expected to cover everything if I were to date you.
Right, and I'm a woman, right? And you'd expect me to put out, correct?
Absolutely.
Like you would expect to have relationships with me.
I mean, absolutely.
So I'd expect something back because I could at one point bear your children, and I would expect if I'm going to have 9 months of pregnancy to be able to have a husband who can take care of me.
Is this a new mindset that you have, or did you always think this way?
It's fairly new. I think when I was younger, there were points where I was more okay with paying and things like that, and I just found that it really does not benefit you at the end of the day. Like, you could pay and you could like really, really give more, but it's not the best. If you think about it, the world was kind of built for men.
In what ways?
I mean, it's a patriarchy. I know that's everybody hates that word. If you're a man, you probably hate that word, but the system is kind of designed for men, you know?
Do you think we'd still have as much success as we are as a society if we were in a matriarchy?
I'm not sure, but I do think that, you know, we live in a patriarchal society and there is still like so much misogyny in the world, and that's just the truth, you know, it's just the truth.
You know, I really don't have a problem with women that want to be taken care of. Like, I really don't, because I'm a fan of traditional gender roles. But what she said is kind of a typical response that you would hear a lot of women say. They essentially say, well, if you pay for everything, then I'll give you bedroom access and children. Okay, fine. So that's the deal. But why would you get picked over thousands of other women that do that exact same thing? Why? And that's it, bro. A lot of these women, they have boiled themselves down to just giving bedroom activities. They have just boiled themselves down to a body. That's it. You don't offer anything else. You don't bring anything else to the table. So why would this man that is obviously financially successful, if he's able to fully take care of you, why would he take you seriously over all of these other women that are doing exactly the same thing?
So I'm going on another date. And I know you're probably like, but you just posted about how you love being single. Yeah, but I also love attention. I love being flirted with, like, and flirting. Like, I'm literally, the world's literally my oyster. I could kiss him. I could do whatever I want to do. So I'm gonna do it. Yup. Who's gonna stop me? Not you. I'll tell you that. What do we think? I'm keeping it like...
What a red flag.
Chill girl vibes. These jeans are like really big on me. Because I'm getting so skinny. I like literally slept 5 hours last night.
Psycho, dude.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have a drink. Yeah, I'm gonna have another drink. Yeah, I drank last night. I'm gonna have another drink tonight. Whatever. Like, whatever. The world's my oyster. Maybe I'll kiss him. I don't know. Maybe I'll kiss him.
Yeah, that's psycho crazy right there. Psycho crazy. I've met a few girls like this, and every single time they are 304s. Every time. The ones that have this desperate need for attention, especially if she's in a relationship and she's still consistently flirting with other men. I mean, bro, it is a huge red flag. I can guarantee you that you will be cheated on in a situation like that. But on top of that, bro, even these women that have a flirty personality, you'll hear that sometimes. It is also a red flag. Like, do you really want other men to get the impression that your woman is just easy and available like that? It doesn't matter if they're hooking up or not. Just flirting with men constantly, that is such a yikes. The desperation for attention, man. Look out for it.
All I'm saying is, if you have a boat this summer, I have a throat. So we...
Nah. Get them all the way out of here, dude.
Okay, girls, put a finger down if within the first month of dating, your boyfriend planned a date and he planned to pick you up, but you said you're not getting in the car because other girls have been in the car, namely his ex-girlfriends. So 5 days later, when the date pulled around, he said he booked you an Uber and he sent you the reg. This car pulled up along the street and it didn't look like a regular Uber, but maybe he splurged on the premium kind. So you're a bit hesitant, but you get in the car and you give his name, and then he turns around. You're asking him what he's doing in this Uber, and he tells you that a couple days ago he went to the dealership and switched his car in and bought this new car because he didn't feel comfortable with you going on trains or tubes or Ubers, and he wanted to be the one driving you around places. And put a finger down if all of that was a lie.
She didn't like the idea of getting in a car that other women have been in. This guy's like, what? I'm not buying a new car for you. What are you talking about?
I f***ing love when someone posts a picture of their ugly f***ing boyfriend and will be like, mine. Like, thank f***ing God he's yours. Like, nobody f***ing wants to go 10 feet within that thing. Like, thank you he's yours. Thank God. Like, nobody f***ing wants that.
All right. What a charming young lady.
So how much do you make?
That's very forward.
How much do I make where? What are you talking about?
How much you make a year? How much money do you make a year?
On the first date, that's the type of question you ask?
Yeah, because I only date men that make a certain amount of money.
And what's your criteria? Well, how much is that?
I mean, just tell me how much you make and I'll tell you if you...
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you, what you're asking for, do you make that much?
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
The men are the providers. What y'all here for? Y'all provided.
So, if we're providing, what are you supposed to be doing?
I'm here to cater and be pampered.
So he has to make a certain amount of money, and you're going to be there to be catered to and pampered.
Yeah, and some...
That's
absolutely worthless.
That's all you got to bring to the table, so to speak?
I am the table, okay? How much you make?
You got dirt on your table right now. That's what's on your table. You got some ketchup stains on your table, and I don't like the way this table, you got an old dirty cloth on your table right now. Like, your table's not looking too clean if that's all that you're bringing.
Whatever. Why you answering the question though?
Because it's like, you're not going to keep a man like that. And I don't have to answer the question because I don't want to. Like, we're just meeting. I don't have to tell you how much I make a year. I don't know if I want to keep you. How about that?
What do you mean? I'm a catch.
You're a throwback too.
Please, okay?
Right.
Let's go. I'm ready to go.
All right, well,
take me
let's
home.
Go.
Take me home.
Because whoever going to catch you, they probably going to throw you back in the water anyway.
Whatever.
Alright, yeah.
Shut the hell up with that boo.
Get your in the car.
Whatever. I'll let you take me home anyways.
She does not deserve a ride, dude. What the fuck? So obviously, good job to this guy for walking away. You do not have to put up with behavior like that. Just period. You do not. If she's being rude, if you don't like her, just, bro, walk out. Leave. Do not put up with bad behavior. Especially the first date, man. I mean, holy hell. The thing is, man, what a lot of guys do on the first date, especially like the super plugged in guys, they get on the first date and they just spew their entire life story. They tell her everything. And this is such a huge mistake, bro. You need to leave some gas in the tank. You need to leave some mystery, man. You need to be more vague. What does this do? This creates intrigue. Because if you really think about it, does she even need to know? Does she need to know anything? More than likely, she wouldn't be out on a date with you if she didn't see some type of successful attributes in you. Maybe you dress well, you're handsome, you're in good shape, some obvious success symbols. So really, bro, you don't need to get personal at all. At the end of the day, it's just, are you going to start a family together? You're going to have babies together? You don't have to be best friends or anything like that. It's your business. If you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. They have zero authority over you.
I would never date a broke man.
There really are a lot of arrogant individuals out there that truly believe that a lot of people really care who they would date.
That is so pathetic as a man to be broke. That is your one job, to provide and protect.
Well, actually, that would be 2 jobs, but I digress.
And you're gonna let me pay for anything around you? No.
There are some really entitled women out there, and believe it or not, they're not necessarily talking about someone that they're in a relationship with.
I would not even be friends with a guy who makes me pay for stuff.
Oh yeah, some women feel entitled to leech off of their male friends as well.
You're a man, bro, and you're gonna watch a girl buy a coffee in front of you? You don't have $7? Like, no.
Like, yes, he should. Because it's just my opinion, but unless, of course, a woman is married to a man, that man doesn't have any financial obligation to her whatsoever. And I really feel sorry for women who think like this, because they're the very same ones who wonder why they don't get more respect from men.
Just the attitudes. The attitudes of average women, dude. Where is all this entitlement coming from? Dude, they have such a high opinion of themselves from nothing. From nothing. You're not a 10 out of 10. You're not a Margot Robbie. You're not a celebrity or anything like that. You're an average chick.
Is it so normalized for women to be bums? I get videos all the time of like a guy talking about, yeah, like, guess I just have to bring home food for her after working a 12-hour shift and she's been home all day not doing anything. Why? Hasn't she been? Does she not have a job? I'm not talking about like stay-at-home moms. I'm talking about like girlfriend, boyfriend in your teens, 20s type of thing. Why doesn't she have a job? Don't say stay-at-home girlfriend. I'm gonna punch you in the throat. That is not real. Are you joking? Stay-at-home girlfriend? Just say you're a bum. I think it's fine if a girl wants her man to pay for her food, give her food, you know, these types of things. But don't tell me that you are reliant on him for it. And I'm also not talking about like 15, 16-year-olds. You guys don't have any money. So, not about you. Seriously, why is it so normalized? I really am not understanding here. Like, you should have your own money. As like a late teenager, early, as an adult, you should have your own money. Oh my.
So this guy is working a 12-hour shift, and then he has to bring home food to his bum girlfriend. That's what it is. She can't even cook him a meal after that 12 hours. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You only pay for a woman that is bringing value into your life. Otherwise, you are just throwing money away, man. Is she at home? Does she take care of you? Does she cook? Does she cook, clean, do the laundry, all this kind of stuff? Or is she just sitting around on TikTok all day? Bro is getting absolutely finessed.
Let me just say something that might be unpopular,
Okay.
but men aren't the enemy. Women's egos are. And before you come at me in the comments because I'm challenging your beliefs,
Whoa, that's a
hear me
hot
out.
take.
Because I know your relationships are suffering
Whoa.
because of this. And if you're single, bitter, or convinced all men are the problem, this is definitely for you, babe. Listen, I know this sounds harsh, but I think our egos are creating more relationship problems than the actual men in our lives. And here's the part nobody wants to talk about. Like, we're out here getting upset and mad when our partner stops communicating with us, but maybe they stopped communicating because every time they try, they get attacked. Just a thought. Or every time they try to share their perspective or offer feedback, our ego gets bruised and we immediately go into defense mode instead of actually listening. And trust me, there's something so powerful about learning to just be quiet and listen without needing to react all the time.
Yep.
Our egos tell us we're always right, that we don't need to apologize, that admitting we're wrong makes us weak. Our egos also make us defensive when our partner tries to communicate with us or give us feedback. Like, we'd rather be right than be happy. We'd rather win the argument than preserve the relationship. We've been programmed to think that needing our partner or showing vulnerability is somehow beneath us, and that submission or compromise in a relationship means we're losing ourselves, but that's our ego talking. Our egos tell us that if a man corrects us or disagrees with us, he's being controlling, and I know how much we like to play that card. Like, maybe he's just being honest. I had to learn to check my ego when my partner would point out things I needed to work on.
Your man,
and my
not
first
your partner.
instinct was to get defensive, but that was just my ego protecting itself. And the crazy thing is, some of y'all pray to God to send you a man who can lead you, and then get mad when he actually does. And the thing about the ego is the ego wants to be worshipped and never challenged. But healthy relationships require both people to grow, and growth requires feedback. And we need to be honest, we blame men for not communicating, not taking the lead, not doing enough, but when they do try, we shut down or attack them for it. Like, make it make sense.
First of all, calling your girlfriend or your boyfriend your partner is gay language. Only the gays should say that. All of what she is saying is true. But on top of this, it is reinforced throughout their entire life. Throughout their entire life, they're hearing this narrative. All they hear, you don't need no man, men are trash, you're a beautiful princess that can do no wrong, you're always right. There is never having compromise. There's never actually having a conversation and trying to sort something out. And that is the thing. A lot of these women, they have a massive ego. They really think that nobody can question them. Everyone around them should just bow down and do what she says. And this is what makes it impossible to date women like that. It's impossible. Because it also just completely messes up the dynamic. Because always women want that man that is super high powered, that is genuinely better than her. But then if there is one tiny thing that goes wrong, one tiny thing that she doesn't like that he does, now she's all pissed off and thinks she's superior to him. Can't date these kind of women, bro. You just can't.
Excuse me, would you live on a planet with just women? Yes. Excuse me, would you live on a planet with just women?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Would you live on a planet with just women?
Yeah.
Would you live on a planet with just women?
Yes, I would.
Would you live on a planet with just men?
Nah, I don't think I can do that.
Would you live on a planet with just men?
No.
Would you live on a planet with just men?
That seems like horrible, honestly. Women are like a blessing from God.
Dude, it seems like she thinks she just made a point. Like somehow women are supposed to be better than men in this scenario. But dude, all she's really pointing out is just how misandrist today's women are. Genuinely, they hate men. Like all of them, bro. It's crazy. And then you see the guys like, oh no, I love women. I love them. Yeah, I can't wait to have a relationship and a family. But the women are like, yeah, let's start our own planet. Let's get away from all these terrible dudes. They are genuine misandrists. Tons of women today have a genuine disdain for men. But even the girl making this video, she's like, see, everybody loves women, but everybody hates men. Get them all the way out of here, bro.
Can someone explain to me how a man can work all day to keep a woman home nice and comfortable and he'll come home to no home cooked meal in a dirty house? I mean, isn't the whole point of staying home to help make the person who's working all day's life easier?
Yeah, exactly.
Women versus accountability. Can you give an example of what you mean by that?
I'm bored, so I'm going to tell you guys some of my standards I have for men in dating. First of all, I will not date you if you have any close girlfriends. If you have a girl best friend, absolutely not. You're cut, you're done, goodbye. I truly believe that guys are not friends with girls that they find unattractive. They are only friends with a girl if they find them attractive, meaning that if she ever admitted feelings, it'd be like, if you follow too many women on Instagram, you're cut. If you don't know them, if they're the Instagram models, the only girls, you are extra cut. It's giving desperate, cannot do it. If you're stingy with money, you're cut. Like, I understand not wanting to be in debt, but if you're having me split the bill on a date just because you're stingy and you have the money, you're cut. This is kind of a random one, but if you don't have any friends, you're cut, because why are you not close with anybody?
Okay, I don't care.
Who needs to hear this, but you absolutely can stay delusional forever if you want to.
Yikes.
She's absolutely right. You can live in delusion if you want to. But then she says, who are we hurting? And the answer is everybody. Here's the world with its couple nuclear explosions and a little oil spill. Delusion is another word for lies, and if the whole world is living a lie, it won't work anymore. If you lie about how to build an airplane, it'll fall out of the sky. If you lie about how to grow food, everyone will starve to death. And if you lie about your own life, it won't work either. And what is society other than everybody's life? At the end, she says delusion is a happier place, and no, it's not. It just feels like it. All delusion does is numb you out like any other.
The thing is, man, all of these women can live in delusion because men live in reality. That's what it is. Without men upholding our society, without men protecting you, you could not stay delusional and be delusional your entire life.
When you live like this, you're supposed to party.
I have an even better idea. And this specifically goes out to those individuals, namely those very sad women that make content such as this, joking about DV as long as it's against men. And then there's that other equally sad group of women that leave words of encouragement and praise on videos like that. Well, instead of joking about how edgy all of you are and complimenting each other on your amusing little comments, perhaps some of you should take a long look in the mirror and realize what type of person would actually joke about DV. Because I'm sure many of you are aware that thousands upon thousands of individuals, both men as well as women, have to deal with DV from their domestic partner every single year. And not everybody is lucky enough to get out of those situations. So instead of joking about abuse, maybe some of you should actually think about what type of person would really joke about that.
We just demand equal opportunity, but not the same responsibility. Right! Men are literally trash, but women are also equal to men. Yes, exactly! Women are all victims of the patriarchy, so we should give women all the power. I've been saying this! Women are so oppressed. Women are so powerful. Exactly! Sex is powerful and important.
is casual and women relate to it in the same way that men do. It's so obvious. Feminism is about equality. Except when men actually want equality, right?
That's it for today's video, guys. Be sure to go subscribe to the second channel at GriffinMind Clips. It'll be the first link in the description and in the pinned comment. Like the video, subscribe, path of progress. I'll see you later.